Hello, and welcome back to part 4 of episode 9 of Unfettered.
Just say how very proud I am of graduating class.
Did you guys just get really quiet? No? We're good?
What?
Okay.
Hmm?
We're back. We're back. Let's do this. So, Constance, your eyes snap open. I'm getting weird feedback from somewhere. Are you guys getting that?
Yeah, it's coming through you,
It's coming from me?
I think.
Wait,
Hello?
what weird feedback? Is it just the noise?
Is it done now? Is it not happening
Yeah.
anymore? I think it's not happening. Woo! The mysteries of technology. Constance, you wake up and you are on the docks in Sanctuary. Your eyes open. Captain Albert Vessinger is leaning over you.
I have a lot of electricity.
Well, please just don't shoot it at me.
I think that, like, at that when she says that, the like spiraling arcs of green and black come just shoot up.
Just steps out of the way. One of these days, Constance. One of these days.
Just, yeah. Woo, that was
Wait, green lightning. Should I? Like you see him reaching for his sending stone.
I've had this since I stepped foot on that ship. It's fine. Not my fault you haven't been paying attention.
You need to make sure you're put under proper observation, Constance. If you allow this to get out of hand, I would hate to have to deal with the aftermath.
That's funny. Anyways, I should go talk to a pirate captain about wraiths that he's encountered.
All right.
Stop for a second. Debating whether or not Mabel should be there for the conversation because she actually understands this stuff. And whatever, I'll just repeat the conversation to her. Complete recall.
Do I get a say in this?
I mean, what do you want?
Regarding how things have been going, I assume you don't.
No, Mabel, what do you want?
I'd rather just go with if it's all the same to you.
All right, I sit up. Let's grab Leafo.
All right. And Albert's just gonna look there. So the idea is we get information out of this Captain what?
Marshall Price. You
Admiral? Captain?
Captain.
Captain.
Captain. Used to be military. He's a pleasure.
He
tried to take our ships earlier, but
I hardly think anyone who's ex-military is a pleasure, but far be it from me.
It's true.
I just look at Albert. You're
Ex-military? I understand.
I mean, he has a point.
Hey.
Yes, you too.
Sorry. Friendly voice.
Anyways.
Okay, Albert.
I kidnapped you, Mabel. I don't think that it can be okay.
Okay, Constance, I tried.
I was like, pat her on. I know. He's just mean. Anyways, he doesn't have to be part of this conversation. I just start speaking into her mind.
Shall we?
Anyways,
go?
I have some business I'd like to attend to elsewhere. Constance, I trust you can handle this Price, whoever he is.
Yeah, shouldn't be violent. He's looking forward to Dragon Gold.
Definitely violent.
Oh boy. And then I think we cut to the two of you like further down the docks, toward like the proper docks, not the docks district that's slowly grown out. And you find him at his ship, ordering his crew around. trying to make sure that maintenance is getting done.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Captain Price.
Captain Stormheart.
I have a question for you, which is didn't feel like bringing up in front of the rest of the council.
Feel free to come aboard.
And may I bring my I just kind of stop scientist with me?
He looks at Mabel and Lefo. Yeah, they can come with.
Good. You... When I spoke of Wake, you knew.
Aye.
Well, I'd hate to bring up bad memories, but how?
Well, when you sail the wildlands long enough, you encounter strange sights. Not that long ago, maybe a handful of years, we'd been following this whale, and we lost it in a storm. Underside of the wildlands. And so we waited for it to come back, because no ship's gonna sail through that and then not come back. Figured they were just trying to lose us. Sure enough, came back around, but came back around wasn't people. It was whatever was left after the arcane was done with them. That's what I'd say anyway.
Lightning?
Aye. They weren't merchants anymore. They fought like monsters. And
Now I'm gonna ask something that's probably not the most kind... I don't know the etiquette of this. Can I have the memory?
he looks at the other two. It's this thing she does. Just
Think about it.
it's not
And
that
I'll have
bad if like it's not personal. Don't give her anything personal. He looks at me. He like points to Mabel, and she's with you.
She probably knows more about this than either of us.
All right. Do whatever weird Constance.
Yeah,
had.
so I think I touch his forehead and then
Yeah, I think we see you guys standing in the captain's chambers of the ship, and then things sort of go sepia tone, and Captain Price is standing elsewhere in the room, and he busts out the door and onto the deck. And we can follow him. And someone's shouting, ship ahead, and he shouts, all hands on deck, everyone to stations. This is it. We've been waiting. Here they come. And we see this large merchant ship heading toward them, out of a cloud bank, and we're like down below. This is probably the first time we've seen ships down below the continents, and so there's this shadow cast over everything, like it's it's twilight. It's not quite dark, but there are no shadows, sort of like a permanent eclipse, and through the gloom, the ship heads towards them, and he like peers at them. Something's not right. Renton, my spyglass. And the first mate runs over and hands him his spyglass, and he looks down, and we can see the forms of people in like, just like general crewmen's outfits, shorts and loose fitting shirts, classic pirate everything, or and this captain, and they all look ghostly pale, and as he looks down the spyglass, all of them turn their heads and lock eyes with him, and as they turn, they leave this trail of ghostly green energy behind, and he hollers, battle stations, something's wrong. And we see the two ships come close to each other, and the merchant ship like scrapes along the hull, and these ghosts leap on board. And we watch this melee between the two crews. Members of Captain Price's crew falling to these like savage unarmed attacks from these ghosts as they're just sort of like torn to pieces and cast off the side of the ship. And eventually, we maybe get like a fade, and the battle is over, and the ship has been cleared of ghosts, and what remains of Captain Price's crew is leaning against various parts of the ship, catching their breath. And he pulls his sword from the captain's chest, and this crackle of green electricity spatters across the deck. He shakes his head, gets back onto his ship. Burn it all. And the memory fades.
That was... well, shit.
People have told tales about ghost ships for as long as we've sailed the Arcane, but never like that.
Well, now I have a question, which you don't have the answer to, so... why am I not a wraith?
He looks at Mabel and back to you. Excuse me?
I kind of smile, and like, with the smile, like a bolt of black electricity comes off.
Yeah, he like
my power.
moves back, and a hand goes directly to his sword, and Lifo steps forward, in counter with a hand already drawing the sword halfway. He stops.
I've had this for longer than you've known me. If I was gonna kill everyone, well, they'd be dead.
More likely Constance would be dead.
He puts his hands back on the desk. So, Leviathan's descent, it's the same.
It is. It's... well, worst case scenario, it's going down into the Arcane for a second time.
If you ask me, it's cursed. You should be rid of it as soon as you can. Well, it's not cursed precisely. Well, depending on your definition of a curse. Like, it's magical, and it's bad. So is that a curse? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just thinking out loud.
Cause like having like Mabel's like more of what we're used to from Mabel, than what we've been given recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like it's refreshing, and like Constance just kind of smiles and goes, "Thank you, Captain. I will take your words into consideration, but I have a shipbuilder to talk to now."
Marshall like looks at you quizzically and then nods in acknowledgement as he understands. People think what we do is all about glory and adventure, and that the hardest part is the battle. I don't envy you, Stormheart.
Thank you for
I'm
your.
wrong.
It's gonna be like, thank you for your time. I will.
If you bring that
Hopefully,
ship,
we have another conversation.
if you bring that ship back to my city, and it's still green, I'm burning it myself.
Don't worry. If my plans go right, it'll be black. And just walk out.
Nice, yeah. Um, so I guess at this point, Constance needs to talk to Lisbeth. Yeah.
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 And does Albert have something that he wants to do?
Yeah, he wanted to take Zaire out on a walk. It's kind of about Zaire, kind of about other stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Albert is asking Zaire out. I mean,
Shut the fuck up.
God, don't, dude, you're ruining my game. Yeah. Okay, so the two of you go for a walk around Sanctuary.
Like at first, that's like what it's like. Zaire, come with me, and at first it seems kind of random and like they're just walking on the city.
Okay.
Until eventually he kind of like steers like to the side of the row next to the entrance of like a kind of like small back alley entrance down into like this bar that's underneath one of the buildings. Like you've got like a building and then
Yeah.
a little basement bar.
I think they say, does everyone have a back alley bar that they go to?
Anyone worth their salt.
I see.
Secretly, it's like zooms to Constance, opens a door to a back alley bar, and then she gets behind the bar. No bartenders left.
Yeah, so he walks over and you see like an old dilapidated sign with that's just it's kind of falling apart.
Mhm.
It's made out of wood. You can't even really read the name anymore.
Mhm.
And he opens the door and it's like it's a decently large room, but there's almost no customers, and there's like a single like figure kind of like hunched over. It's kind of in the middle of the day, so why would there be customers to begin with?
Right.
You see like a single figure kind of like hunched over the bar, and Albert says, "Lawrence."
Is that... Nah. Albert goddamn Vessinger. As I live and breathe, somehow.
I'm shocked. I didn't believe it when I heard that you were still alive.
He holds up his left arm, or what remains of it. Well, the war hit everybody else different. He underneath the table like scoots one of the chairs out with his foot across the table from him.
Yeah, and I like motion to Zaire. This is Lawrence. Lawrence, this is Zaire, my one of the how to say, my second in command.
So, are the rumors true? Yeah,
I'm running with,
putting something together.
well, we're trying. That's for sure. That's why I came to you. I know if there was anyone who would have an ear out on every discouraged or vengeful or angry veteran, Mullen dissident, or rebel, it would be you. You always did like those dive bars, didn't you?
I did. Whole lot less diving now, but I get by. He drinks. You're
Looking for crew.
Yeah. Well,
Ned.
I can tell right now, if you're coming to me and not, say, Jiraki, for recommendations, you're looking for a particular kind of crew.
People I can trust. People who aren't just pirates and might have some more, although gruff, principles behind them. I'm looking to start something. So I need Empire trained soldiers, people who are angry, who feel betrayed, and I intend on sending out a message to all those interested.
It's about time. Look, ever since you got pulled in, we've all been waiting. Once you got out, word went around. Vessinger's out. Get ready. He'll be starting something soon. Then what? 6 divine months pass us by. Should have took your sweet time.
There were preparations that needed to get taken care of. Anyways, Zaire, the reason I brought you here is because I want, as my second in command, you're going to need to familiarize yourself with these kinds of troops, and I think you show a great deal of promise.
I appreciate the kind words, Captain.
What you said back at the council has made me realize that you are someone of principle, someone who I could trust. And I hope that I'll be able to leave some of these responsibilities in your hands. And it kind of like cuts to whatever the fuck Constance is doing.
Yeah. So, yeah, Constance, what are you doing?
Going to tell someone their best friend is dead.
Okay, so I think we see. Are you bringing Mabel and Leafo with you again? Still? Are you like going from Marshall?
I think that's where, like, unless Mabel wanted to come, Leafo was brought just to escort her back as so nothing's, because Sanctuary something can start. You know.
Yeah. So nothing happens to Mabel.
She has a robot bodyguard who listens to her.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized how terrifying Mabel is slowly becoming.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we shouldn't have given her all the robots.
Oh no, give her all the robots. Keep giving her robots. More robots.
Well, new queen of Sanctuary, Mabel.
Robot Queen Mabel Pennyweather. All she wants to do is study.
Bring me books!
But the...
Yeah, so if she wanted to, like, come talk to a normal human in her hour of grief, she was welcome to. But
I think maybe Mabel doesn't want to be around for that, so yeah.
Yeah.
So we see Constance alone walking up to Lisbeth's warehouse. What do you do?
Just check for flasks. Nope. Guess this doesn't get easier. Okay, and then I just kind of knock on the door.
Come in.
And I walk in, you know, just kind of awkwardly close the door.
There's our summer girl. So, you're back? I hear with good news?
Not the best. I found the ship. Technically, I found Captain.
How did it happen?
She went into the arcade. It changed her.
And?
On seeing me, she tried to impale me, and we have the body.
I guess. I don't know what I expected. After so many years. I mean, a part of me knew. But Was it quick?
Once I came. Kinda.
She wouldn't want a ceremony. She'd want it the same as the rest of the crew.
Right off the edge it is. Can't stop.
Do you know why she did it?
Because I'm an idiot.
And I hope you learned.
Yeah.
I have work that I should be doing.
I start to walk out and then stop. Everyone wants me to burn the Leviathan's descent.
Will it keep what happened from happening again?
It might, but it's also the only weapon we have as powerful as it.
Will saving it keep what happened from happening again?
If the horror of that ship is real, maybe.
We'll figure out which one it is.
I think at that I'm gonna walk out.
Mm-hmm. And I think we see Constance walk out, and Lisbeth just standing like with her head hunched forward over her workbench, and we come back up at the Leviathan's descent, and Mabel is sitting on like a medieval version of things window washers use, right? It's like two ropes and a plank off the side of the Leviathan's descent, with a set of like weird spinning oolite instruments. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I just told someone that their best friend was dead.
So, not great?
No.
Okay.
I look at the ship again. Mabel?
Mm-hmm.
We might not see each other for a while. If my plans go. I doubt you want to see a dragon. Unless you do, but...
I like living. Living is pretty great. I mean,
This
maybe
is
not great lately, but better than the alternative.
I have a request for you to work on while we're not around.
Uh-huh.
You can't tell anyone else.
Okay.
Find a way to make sure you have a way to kill me.
Okay. In the meantime, I may have a really bad idea for you.
I'm all for it.
Look, so if the ship's like you and you're like the ship, right? You know, you went to the Arcane, you came back, you're both batteries. You could burn the ship, but at the very least, when it's not turning people into monsters, it's a really good ship. And if you're trying to do what you and Albert are saying that you're trying to do, I don't know that you can afford to not have a ship like this. So you could burn it. That's the thing you could do. Or you could do something really dumb, and you could instead, I guess... Well, it has to do with what Captain Price said. He said that it was cursed. So you could, there are things you can do to uncurse things that are cursed. But what if instead, in a sense, you decided to be cursed? Do you get what I'm saying? Am I being clear enough?
Yeah, I think at this point I put my hand on the side of the ship again, with the black and green just.
Yeah, this could be a really bad idea. You could die, or undie, or I don't know. But if you don't want to burn it,
can I stop for a second?
Whose advertisements are coming through my headphones?
Chris. And I know it's not advertisements. I know exactly what that is. It's the end of a song.
Okay.
They would like to be removed from this narrative. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, audio equipment.
All right. Yeah. So it does seem like a bad idea. I turn and look at her. But I don't have that many great ideas. Well, I mean, have lots of them. But they're usually bad great ideas.
And? What does Constance do?
I think that there's going to be a surge of lightning onto the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I think we see...
Chris made a lot of mouth motions, but I heard nothing.
Whoops,
okay.
My bad.
Captain muted Vessinger. Yeah, we see Constance disperse into electricity, and we see this glow light up in the midday sun the entire dockside, and then we cut to credits.
Maybe doing that in a secluded location where...
Nope.
Right here.
You met me? Have you met me?
So, we the three of us need to have a conversation about experience that we're gonna have off air. But I can say right now that both of you have earned some inspiration.
I like inspiration.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a single bit of good role playing there.
Oh yeah, no, totally not.
We barely talked at all. We just stabbed things mostly.
Whew. Yeah, my vocal cords disagree with you. So let's see. Albert should get inspiration for the Talk of the Travelers and for the flashback.
What about the scene where he
sucks
Kelly? Till he does dick? Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, that scene didn't happen. So that's 3.
Yeah.
Constance gets 1 for the talk with the Pirate Council, 1 for the talk with Captain Price, 1 for talking to Lisbeth. Because, yeah.
That was draining. I'm glad that was the end of the session.
Yeah, let's just put that right at the beginning. That's what was going to happen originally. Yeah, pacing, guys. Pacing is a thing that happens. No. I think that's it. Is there anything else? Is there something I'm missing?
Conversations. Getting drunk with Mabel. That was fun. But
oh, yeah. At the beginning of the session, that was a really good scene. So I'll give you a 4th for that one. And you're going to get experience after we have a talk about how experience is going to work, because I feel like you guys should have earned some XP from this session. And under the base rules for D&D, you wouldn't. So to our audience, thank you all so much for coming out and watching, or watching this on YouTube if that's how you're doing that. If you enjoy this and want to see more of it, all of the past episodes are up on YouTube. There's a follow button down below, or if you're on YouTube, press that subscribe button. And we're going to be back, I believe, next week. Probably.
Yes.
Follow me on Twitter and I'll let you know. And we're going to find out if Constance is still alive.
Guys, I don't know.
Because
Spoiler alert, she ain't.
Because Top Hat might be coming in with a different character next session.
Paladins for the Paladin God.
Alright, thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.